We're going to jump back into the stories. First one of the night comes from Fucked Up in Florida. There you go. Hey, Top, I have a serious bit to ask about.
All right.
We already saw her. Allow me to lay some groundwork. I have a member of the family that, though he is a cousin, was adopted as a brother, though I will never refer to him as such. This guy is a serious piece of work. He was already into drugs as a teen back in the 90s. Today, he asks various relatives for their meds or asks them to take him into different hospitals to get his own after he gets cut off by a previous hospital. I know someone like this.
Yep.
This SOB had already laid hands on my mother and sister.
Okay.
He broke my ribs when I was younger.
Okay.
Nice guy. He got my little brother and sister on coke for a time, but luckily my little brother managed to escape to active duty and is doing far better now. Aside from the woman he married right out of BCT, that's not looking good. Well.
All right.
Never, ever get married just because you're going off to... No, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's bad news bears. Every time this shithead feels a situation is about to go south, especially when he knows he deserves the critical ass whooping coming his way, he calls the cops. Aside from the fact that he ran afoul of said law enforcement his entire life. Grady Judd here in Polk County knows him by name because of this. And that is not the worst of it.
Okay. Is there more?
He gave me shit for joining the military, and after surviving my first deployment, he thought it would be easy.
Okay.
Such as the lack of thought processing possessed by a lifelong drug-addicted fudge-packing bully. Outstanding.
Listen, if I had a brother that broke my ribs like that,
yeah,
I would do the same to him. I would break something on his ass.
There you go.
If I had to get a mechanical advantage, I would. I wouldn't care. I've done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't put up, you don't tolerate that shit. I mean, somebody that gets violent with you, you need to get maniacal back.
Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing it.
Listen, I mean,
they will.
I mean, how do you deal with evil? Evil doesn't respect nice. It only stalls for time until it's in a more powerful position to fuck you even harder.
Yeah.
You deal with evil by just fucking crushing it because it only understands death and pain.
Yeah.
That's it. Sounds to me like your brother's an evil bastard.
Yeah. Now substitute the word evil for woke, and you know how I feel about modern society.
There you go.
Well, evil and woke, I repeat myself. Is what it is. This ugly, skinny, wannabe gangbanger faked out in reception. Didn't even make it to BCT. Later on at Milsim event and later among other vets, he claimed he had been to Iraq
Oh, my God.
and had never worn iPro.
All right. So now he's doing stolen valor?
Stolen valor.
Fuck that guy. I would fucking follow him around and get him a DWI. I'd report him to the cops for selling drugs.
It probably wouldn't take long.
I'd report him to the cops for having kiddie porn. I would fucking destroy his goddamn life.
And if you can't find the kiddie porn to plant in his house, just go ask for some from Bill Gates.
They don't even need to do that. You just tell them.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Of course, it's anonymous.
Yeah. If you need to scrounge up some to plant it on, just ask Bill Gates. I'm sure he's got it.
Well, I used to know a guy called Hong Kong Harry who could hack into anyone's computer and just download it on there.
Hong Kong Harry.
Yeah, he was a good asset.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for the other bullshit war stories he told. He even convinced some over-tatted Tatiana that he was going to get $14 million from the VA for his injuries, for which she wound up marrying this hunk of fermented whale shit.
Oh!
So who's the real dumbass here?
Wow!
She wound up divorcing him 3 years later after finally figuring out it was a lie. Took her that long to figure it out, huh? Wow. I say all that to say this. This SOB has been a thorn in the side of my family for decades.
Get rid of him.
When told by my mother that he couldn't mooch off everyone for his whole life, I heard him reply with, "It's worked for 26 years.
Uh-huh.
My sister wants us to forgive him after she got clean.
No.
My mother refuses to cut him off since she raised him. My stepfather wants nothing to do with him since same with my biological father. The family is divided over this one issue. Even more so since his real mother died and his brother ran off with whatever he could carry. I'm on the verge of declaring him persona non grata after my mother and stepdad leave the state. What are your thoughts? What should I do?
Yeah, I would definitely cut that kid off, and I would probably arrange a redneck nightmare of a life for him.
Redneck nightmare.
Yeah. Look, if I look you in the face and say, I'm going to turn your life into a redneck motherfucking nightmare, you better buckle up and strap in because it's going to get real for you.
Should we do an episode on redneck nightmares so you can actually clarify to the world?
Redneck, nah, I don't want to give all my secrets away.
Redneck nightmare.
I'll fucking turn your life into a redneck motherfucking nightmare.
Learn about redneck nightmares on the dark web. Dark web.
Whew.
That's some funny shit right
Yeah, listen. Okay.
Wow.
I had to deal with similar shit in my family.
Yeah, I've got a couple of drug addicts in mine too.
Yeah, and I literally just cut them out of my life, and I had to take a really close look at people who were in my life after I started recovering from the TBI and the divorce, and most of them are done. I literally don't associate with them anymore. You are the sum of the closest 6 people to you. Make sure those 6 people have dignity, honor, and self-respect, and you'll be okay. If the people in your inner circle are fuckwits, jettison them. They are nothing but sea anchors, and you will get nowhere in life with them leeching off of you. Get them out of your life.
Get rid of them.
Yep.
I mean, you can't pick your family.
No, you can't.
But you can create a new one of people who would give you the shirt off their back. This guy is obviously not one of those people. Let him die on the vine.
Well, I'm pretty lucky. I got a lot of really good, close military buddies.
Heck yeah, man. You see that kind of action together, you're like joined at the hip for life, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, like I had one of my buddies about 4 years ago call me in the middle of the night and goes, "Hey, I need you over here and bring your gun." I'm like, okay.
All right.
I get there, he tells me the deal. I'm like, okay, this is stupid.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Obviously, you've been drinking. I'm going to have to talk you down. This is not really worth it.
Hey, you know what? Somebody did the same for you once upon a time, and because of that, you're here, and so are 513 other dudes.
And this guy's still there, too, and we didn't have to actually whack anybody. So
that's a plus. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
You could have wound up in that Red Pill Mafia story.
You go whack some fools, Ernie.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Popp for Supporters Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.